Ronald Reagan Ranch. Not many people ever get to go see Ronald Reagan's ranch, and we were very fortunate in that one of the people in the Corvette Club was a Secret Service guy that worked with Ronald Reagan and had access to the ranch. So what happened is that we put together a tour to go out to the ranch with the Corvette Club and visit Ronald Reagan's home. This was a really great privilege to be able to visit Reagan's presidential Western White House. You know, several people got to come there. One of them was the Queen of England, and the other was Gorbachev. And when Gorby came there, Gorbachev, he had his staff with him, and one of the staff members thought it was really decadent that Ronald Reagan had a gas pump for pumping gasoline. Reagan had several old cars up there. He had a Jeep, and he had some other old cars and a tractor, and so he would need gasoline, and so he had his own gas pump, so he wouldn't have to continue to go down to the gas station to get gas. It's about 18 miles away to the nearest station. Reagan's ranch is in the top of the mountains, or the ranch in the clouds. I don't know the exact name of it, I can't pronounce the Spanish name, but what it means, the ranch in the clouds. The day that we went out, it was a beautiful day. We went over there and had a picnic lunch and got some insight into Ronald Reagan's home. Reagan was a very simple man, and he enjoyed jelly beans. And so that was what the venture started out to be, in search of jelly beans, or looking for jelly beans. And there's a video on that, and I'll tie that together with the tour to Ronald Reagan's actual farmhouse, ranch house. Anyhow, it's a good story. There were several stories they talked about Reagan and what Reagan did. So I've got this machine, it's called artificial intelligence. I can make it do artificial intelligence, but it keeps looking at my belly button. I'll give you a good example. In order to make it work, you do this. The light just came on, and you notice it shot down to my belly button. I think what it wants to track is the large part of my body. Now I can walk outside or walk away from this, and you'll see I'm not touching it. It's going to track me because it is artificial intelligence. We're living in a world that don't even make sense anymore. So here we go, watch this. Can you believe that? That's not me moving the camera around, that's the camera following as I walk about the room here. That is amazing. It really works. This is truly artificial intelligence, and it does track you so you can see what's going on. I think what it likes to do is see your body, your whole body. Even I got a reflection of myself in the mirror. This world is spinning a little too fast for the old philosopher. This is incredible. This thing follows me no matter where I go or what I do. As long as I stay in this room, it's going to track me around. This is incredible, if I must say so myself. What a world. You won't believe this. Anyhow, we're going to be off today to go down to the harbor, and we're going to get some jelly bellies in honor of Ronald Reagan, and we're going to travel out to the Ronald Reagan Ranch and visit his facilities and find out what a neat, humble man we had as a president of the United States. We were very lucky to have him as our president for 8 years. He was a genuine article, not a phony, the genuine thing. Anyhow, so much. This is the old philosopher saying, we're moving on with artificial intelligence. Now watch this, I'm going to kill it. It did, it killed. Wow, too much of the thing for me. Thank you for watching. What a deal this is. This is as good as it gets, guys. I'll have to edit this down and see what I got. This might be quite incredible. You know, I've got a lot of, all right, it's going to be at the Santa Barbara Harbor and traveling to the Ronald Reagan Ranch for excitement and thrills. Reagan was a very humble, honest, good, sincere person, and he did great things for our country. It's too bad we don't have another Ronald Reagan that we could plug in today to solve some of our problems. May God bless you, and thanks for watching my video, and subscribe to the old philosopher. Might be something worthwhile sometime. Thank you for looking. Well, here we are at the next event, the harbor, and boy, looks like we're ready for Christmas down here. Hi. Try to walk down here without getting killed. This wood down here is really uneven. The wooden deck has been here since 1800. This here's the most beautiful thing, is this bench to sit down on for a minute.
Okay, so this is interesting. Do you guys want to
Интересно в городе походить дома.
Go find some jelly bellies. Oh man.
Zachary?
Let's go touch the parrot.
Wow. Hi there. You work here?
I do not.
No?
Nope.
Nope. Well, I'll put you to work. Hi. Well, it looks like we discovered the jelly bellies for sure. But what I'm sure what we won't. Wow. Hi there. Do you have a bag so I can get some Jelly Bellies?
Yeah.
Can you get them for me? Because I'm doing my video. And okay? Huh? Can you show me how to get them?
Oh yeah.
Come over here. Here we go. Which, I was looking at these here. Are these Jelly Bellies? Is that the good assorted Jelly Bellies?
Yes.
Those good?
Yes, they're very good. Like that? Is that good?
What's the difference these here? These are
Sour?
same thing?
Yeah, they're just sour though.
Okay, well, give me a couple of scoops of those.
Okay.
One more scoop. That should do it. How much are they a scoop?
You just weigh it and then it'll.
Maybe one more scoop. It's a long ways down here.
Okay.
Scoop it again. That's good.
Okay. And you wanted one of those? Or
Yeah, give me some of those too. Which is what we came for. Don't be surprised if this thing falls through to the ocean. You look real close and I think you'd almost see water down there. Wow. It's a pretty bad situation here. Things wore out. Too many cars that came by here. Listen to that, a groan and cracking. Don't be surprised when these cars falls through. Yep, this is a real happening. Here's my Jelly Bellies. Pretty cool, huh? Mission accomplished. Let's go over here and see if we can catch any fish. There's no fishing. But there might be some fish over here. Wow, look at this, would you? Holy moly. Wow. Now this is what they call true Santa Barbara. Well, I think that's it for today. I'm pretty well wore out from chasing Jelly Bellies. Wow. All I can say is wow. Wow. The Ronald Reagan Ranch is about 18 miles north of Santa Barbara on 101. And once you get to the turnoff, it's about 7 miles up to the top of the mountains. It's in a deep, dark canyon called Refugio. and the road is really rough getting there. It's a very pleasant drive. Once you get on the road, it's very country and also has a lot of oak trees, and it's very pleasant and very pretty. But the road is really roaded out and really washed away, and is strictly a farm to market road, mainly for ranchers. Reagan's Ranch is the very top of the mountain, and it's super hard to get to. In bad weather, it's almost impossible. This is truly Reagan country, for sure. Are you chewing your cud? Huh? And you got the little baby calf? Pretty cool. In March 2008, we had the opportunity to visit with the Ronald Reagan Ranch because one of the gentlemen that was in the Corvette Club was in the Secret Service and actually rode the horses with Ronald Reagan and had access to the ranch. This is the Secret Service's dog. The dog was a very good, gentle dog, and it was always around the Secret Service guy, and the guy's name is John. Here we are gathered to go into this is John here, and you'll notice his hat. He's part of the Protective Service, a very happy guy, but I'm sorry to say he passed away a few years ago. But John got us in there. This is the briefing room where they brief people on what the ranch is all about. Here's a snapshot of a Corvette and the ranch in the background. Here's the entry hall to the ranch, and there's the rancho house. It's a quiet little quaint place, very pleasant, very nice, very quiet. One of the stories is Ronald Reagan had some vultures or something, maybe like crows, making a lot of noise. So he took his gun and shot out there in that field and woke the Secret Service up, and they thought the president had been attacked. And after they took away Ronald Reagan's gun and wouldn't let him shoot no more. The house is really simple, adobe, Spanish. I think it's a quaint place, and we were very fortunate to be there. It's about 18 miles north of Santa Barbara and 7 or 8 miles back in towards the top of the mountains. Some of these pictures I have are better days when Reagan had Gorbachev up there, and Gorbachev, one of his assistants, was surprised that Reagan had his own gas pump. This is a very Spanish-looking table and chairs. The deck was built by Ronald Reagan after he was governor of California. He had a lot of free time, so he made that pier. There's a lot of interesting artifacts. This is a picture of us having a picnic on the Reagan grounds. I think we had a box lunch of fried chicken. We had a good turnout. The whole Corvette Club came because of a very special event. And Bryce is in the background. Bryce has since passed away, is no longer with us. I'm hanging on to a movie camera, but I don't know where the movies are. So a lot of times you take a lot of film and you never get it out. This is Carolyn, and there's a clear shot of the Reagan house. Reagan loved horses. That was part of the event of being up there when he was there, so he'd go horseback riding. And the Secret Service guy had to be able to ride a horse. This is the gathering at the front gates of the Ronald Reagan Ranch as we're leaving. Everybody had a Corvette moment. They used to call it a Kodak moment, but no more. The world's changed so much, nothing's the same. This is a picture of Lee, and Lee was my buddy. He's still around. And there's a picture of me standing in front of the house. Give a little dynamics here to it. Anyhow, this is a different Corvette. I don't know whose that one was belonged to. It may belong, not sure who owned that yellow Corvette. I had a Corvette at the time that was blue. This looks like an outhouse, but that's not really an outhouse. It's not a toilet. This is a little collector's item Jeep, little car that it's kind of an unusual little car. I'm not sure what kind it is. And this is his old Jeep. You do need a Jeep up there because the terrain's pretty rough. And I think he had this little carriage to be pulled by one of the horses. This is a little red car. Ronald Reagan had a whole bunch of pictures hanging on the wall, and I was able to take a bunch of pictures, copy them. It's amazing how much weight I've lost, about 50 pounds. Well, we had full run of the ranch. Nobody was there. And we got to play all day at the ranch without giving anybody any trouble. It was very quiet and very solitude. It's too bad that Nancy and Reagan wasn't there. I'm sure they would enjoy having us up there. As you can see, there's several pictures on the wall, and I took some of these pictures and blew them up to my advantage. There is the England, Queen of England, and also her husband with Nancy and Ronnie, and there's Gorby giving Ronnie a big hug. They got along really well, it appears to be. And there's Reagan with his riding pants on. And Nancy and Reagan with their dog on a happier day. And there's a picture of Gorbachev with his cowboy hat on and Ronald Reagan. This is the tackle room where they stored all of their saddles and such. And there's lots of pictures in there that I was able to take. There's the name of his ranch, which actually means Rancho de Salolo, which is the rancho in the clouds. Reagan was a movie star before he became president, and he did a pretty good job as a movie star. He wasn't bad. I've seen some of his movies. I really enjoyed them. Well, I hope that you enjoy the Ronald Reagan visit. It's an opportunity not everybody gets to go see. And we had a real president that was a real genuine article. And he and Nancy had a long-term love affair, for sure. And I don't know where you've heard this thing or not, but it's Ronald Reagan said, "Make America Great Again." It sounds like our buddy Trump, don't it? Hopefully we'll get our country back in our hands and be back into a stable position. God willing, and God provide for us to have a new leader that knows how to serve America.